The U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Justice recently conducted a multi-day professional development training for staff focused on strengthening negotiation and communication skills held across St. Thomas and St. Croix.
So many things.
The program was developed in partnership with NAAG, the National Association of Attorneys General, and focused on practical, real-world application.
The Virgin Islands Department of Justice has a partnership with NAAG as all of the 55 jurisdictions, AG's offices throughout the country and the territories. This is the third time that we've had the National Association of Attorneys General come down and do their training.
Legal professionals within the department, as well as invited agencies, took part in this intensive training designed to strengthen how public service attorneys prepare for and navigate complex discussions.
Usually we do trial lab, which is mostly a prosecutor's type of training. This time, the negotiation really helped our civil attorneys. And additionally, we had personnel from the Department of Property and Procurement and the Office of Collective Bargaining with us. So we were able to not only have training for our own people, but also spread some goodwill throughout the other government agencies.
The training was part of a broader initiative supported through NAAG to enhance legal practice standards across jurisdictions.
The National Association of Attorneys General has a mission of serving the 56 state and territory attorney general offices around the country. And our main focuses are to convene, to train, and to support those offices. And the way that we do that is many different ways, but one of the big ways is by training. What we do is we bring training programs to the Attorney General offices all over our country and train on such topics like legal skills, trial advocacy, legal writing, negotiations, leadership and management, and also some legal subject area specific programming that Attorney General offices focus on.
The training was facilitated by NAAG's legal professionals with extensive experience in attorneys general offices across the country. Their backgrounds include litigation, negotiation, and legal skills training, and they specialize in delivering experiential scenario-based programs designed to mirror real-world government decision-making.
So my background is, I started as a state and federal prosecutor. While I was at the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office, I actually served as the chief of litigation for the Domestic Violence Crime Unit. There I drew a passion for teaching young attorneys or even seasoned attorneys how to try cases ethically, legal skills, litigation skills. And so at some point when I left the U.S. Attorney's Office, someone was reaching out to me and said, "Hey, isn't this similar to what you used to do? The National Association of Attorneys General has a position where they travel training attorneys across the United States." I took one look at it and I was like, yeah, sign me up.
Participants began with foundational concepts of negotiation, including preparation strategies, interest-based approaches, and decision-making frameworks.
Now, giving opposing party an opportunity to save face. Specifically, I was talking about tactics when you're dealing with negotiations, opposing counsel. Everyone comes in with different temperaments, and sometimes whether they're emotionally charged, they're angry, name calling. We want to teach the attorneys and the investigators how not to escalate, take part of that, but what actual tactics and skills they should use in order to avoid that. So for instance, we talked about again, calling it out, let them know that's not appropriate. I'd love to get us to the finish line. I would love to help resolve this issue mutually, but I can't do that if you're raising your voice at me or if you're name calling. Let's get back to the issue at hand. So we talked about those type tactics that they could actually take into their everyday practice.
A key component of the training was a multi-party role-play simulation where participants worked through realistic scenarios requiring strategy, collaboration, and adaptability.
So with our negotiations program, we want to make sure that it is as interactive, engaging, and as practical as possible. So what we do is we incorporate a role-play scenario into the program where all of the participants take on these different roles. They have confidential information, and what they do is they will attempt to negotiate an agreement on a very complicated, thorny issue where everybody has different interests and different confidential information, very similar to a real-life scenario that government offices may end up dealing with.
They already have certain skills. I could already tell that they're already using some of these skills. So for some people, it may have been a refresher. For some of them, it may have been new news. But we want to make sure that they're hearing not just what to do, but how to do it and give real life examples. So in most of our presentations, we incorporated exercises where at the table they conferred with each other and acted out certain roles. The role play helps them learn that voice and having that practice so that the first time that they have to use the skill isn't on the telephone and the email with a stranger, but they've actually learned and practiced that as, creating muscle memory.
The program also emphasized communication skills, including active listening, tone, and nonverbal communication, factors facilitators say are often just as important as legal knowledge. The program concluded with debrief sessions on both islands, reinforcing key takeaways and encouraging continued application of the skills in daily legal practice.
It has been wonderful to have them share their experiences when it comes to negotiations and difficult conversations, and then also for us to be able to teach them new concepts, new ways to be more effective in their jobs. It's been wonderful.
It worked out really well. The training was informative and fun, as it always is, and we really enjoy when NAAG comes down.
We are going to keep this rolling.